Well, hi everybody. Welcome back into another edition of Southern Nevada Living. I'm Dennis Overs along with my co-host, realtor and broker Elaine Hansen, welcoming you back to Southern Nevada Living, which is your look into all things real estate in the Las Vegas Valley. We bring you the information you need to navigate Southern Nevada's housing market. And partner,
Yep.
how was your week? How'd
Good,
you like
good.
the rain?
Oh, I love the rain. Isn't it nice? Cooling things down.
Yeah.
Wetting things. It's nice.
But you
Love
got
it.
some. Where I am, I didn't get any rain.
We got lots yesterday.
Good.
Lots.
Our guest today, our special guest today is Master Home Inspector Larry Perna. Very happy to have him. He's got some very important information you need to know when you move out here if you're buying a home.
Yeah.
Very important. So take notes.
Yes.
If you can.
I want to
So-
take a lot of notes today.
The topic of the week, of course, is why is a home inspection so important?
We got some great information coming up.
Yeah. But
Definitely.
first, we're going to go to my co-host with her properties of
Homes
the
of the
week.
week.
Elaine, take it
Okay.
away.
We're going to jump in. We have kind of two extremes today. First up, we have 1844 Allen Avenue. This is in the eastern side of Henderson. 2 bedroom, 1 bath, and almost 800 square feet of living space. It's priced at only $263,000. This home sits on a corner double lot, so lots of space in the yard. It's fully fenced. It has been beautifully renovated. So the owner has done many things. They've replaced the roof, they've replaced the windows, they've replaced the exterior doors, redid the bathroom, new water heater. So much to offer on this little one. It is not going to stay on the market long. So reach out today if you have any questions or you want to take a look and get a private tour. Our next one, 9190, my favorite name, Valerie Elaine Street. This one is in Las Vegas and it sits in the southwest area of town. 6 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, a 3-car garage, just under 6,000 square feet of living space. This property is divine. It has in a small gated community. It sits over, like I said, in the southwest area of town. When you walk in through the lush entry courtyard, you enter through some stunning metal and glass front doors. The home has so much to offer. If you're a chef, you're going to love the chef's kitchen. It has a double island. It has glass tile backsplash, granite counters, all Viking appliances, which are all included, the double oven, the warmer drawer, everything all included, a huge pantry. One of the islands has a prep sink. It is gorgeous. All the bedrooms except one have an ensuite. The backyard is like a luxury backyard if you're going to a resort. Pool, spa, half basketball court, covered patio.
Nice.
This home is wonderful and it is priced at $1,495,000. This one won't last either. Please reach out today because it's just a wonderful property. Beautiful.
Sounds like it.
Mm-hmm.
That is beautiful. Thank you. Let me tell you a little bit about our guest before we get rolling. Larry has been doing home inspections here in Nevada for over 13 years. He is a master home inspector of structures. We'll get into that a little bit. He's a board member and former president of the Southern Nevada Association of Professional Property Inspectors, aka SNAP, where you educate other home inspectors and real estate agents such as Elaine. Your company has recently surpassed 40,000
That's impressive.
home inspections, and I would guess probably your greatest accomplishment, you're the father of 3 kids.
Yeah, I've got 3 grown children, and they all help me in the business. My daughter, Nikki, runs the shop, and I have a son, Tyler, who's also a home inspector, and he's done thousands and thousands of home inspections. And I have another son, Josh, who helps out in the office and on a part-time basis, and yeah, couldn't do it without him.
That's great.
It's
That
great
is
having a
great.
family business.
Let me
That's
ask
wonderful.
you a real quick question. I could fix a toilet. I
Mhm.
could fix a shower from leaking. Why can't I be a home inspector? What's it take?
Well,
What kind of background?
in the state of Nevada, it's regulated. So you actually have to be licensed and go to school and pass a test and a background test and fingerprinting and all that. Just the same. We're actually governed by the real estate division here. Now, if you're in other states, it's different. For instance, California doesn't regulate it. Anybody could call themselves a home inspector.
Really?
And get a business license and do home inspections. So it's important to go, if you're in California, let's say, you would pick somebody who's done it for many, many years.
Yeah.
You wouldn't pick a brand new person.
No.
And the same here, I think that's true. Experience is really important.
Yeah, that's very true. Larry, in your words, what does a home inspector do, and why is it such an important part of the home buying process?
So we go in and look at the roof. No real estate agent could tell you what the condition of the roof is.
Yeah.
Or the home buyer. Even if the home buyer is a former contractor, he's not going to be allowed on the roof to look at it. So we'll go in the attic. We go through the bowels of the house, the basement if there's one, and we run all the appliances and make sure that they're running properly. We check all of the fixtures. Is it hot where it's supposed to be hot? Is it cold where it's supposed to be cold? Are there any drips or leaks? Do the toilets flush? All the way down to the simple things like when you close the bedroom door, does it close and does it latch? Right? Because some of these things, they're very, very minor, very easy to fix.
Right.
But you want everything working the way it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
So we'll go through, there's a list of things that are required. We go through all of those, and then we photo document everything. We use infrared cameras, we use drones where needed, and we put a report together. So that way when somebody's reading it, they don't have to be a technician. They can just, oh, okay, that makes sense. We use layman's terms and explain it and also show a picture of it. So we find a broken tile, we show a picture of the tile. It's broken, general location where it's at. We recommend a repair from a roofing company.
Okay. So each and everything is on the report so the homeowner knows that you've covered it.
Sure. And what usually happens is their agent will work with the report and the buyer and say, which one of these things do you want us to address? And they'll put together a request for repairs.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
Okay. Elaine, let me ask you, if after Larry does his inspection, a couple of months go by and the homeowner happens to find something they feel needed repair or wasn't looked at, what is their recourse?
Well, basically, the recourse would be difficult unless it was obvious that the previous owner was trying to hide something. Otherwise, there's not much recourse. That's why we do the home inspection, so we know the condition of the property.
Yeah.
At the time Larry turns over the home inspection, we go through it with the buyer. We list out what needed repairs are or any type of credit for those repairs. And so it would all happen before we close to make sure the house is in the condition our buyer wants it.
And it involves money as far as repairing?
It can
something?
be, yeah. Sometimes people don't want the owner to repair. Sometimes they want just a credit and they'll do it themselves after we close.
Okay. What makes us unique?
Well, it's so dry here. In fact, we're the driest state in the union. So the glues work differently here. The tar paper underneath the tiles get dried out. There's other factors due to our weather. I'll give you a quick example. I bought properties in Florida near the ocean. I hired a home inspector from there to do it. Right?
Because they know what to look for, right?
Right? Because they have a tremendous problem with termites and moisture. We don't have moisture problems here, right? They have older they have sump pumps, and it's just a whole different ballgame, right? Hurricanes, flooding. So these are not our specialties, right? So I hired somebody there multiple times to do multiple buildings for me, and I would do that again if I were buying somewhere on a tropical island or somewhere else. I wouldn't attempt to do that home inspection. But here, there's no better company prepared to do it with our experience. So it's the dryness. You know, we're looking for like, is there? We do have a tiny bit of termites here, but not much. Not like a really humid place, and we also have scorpions. Right, little baby scorpions,
Desert bugs.
Right, so there's certain things we look for in the attic. We want to see, are there little rodent droppings up there? Could be mice. We don't have a big problem with rats, but we do have field mice that sometimes get into the attics, and we'll say, hey, you got to trim these trees because they're touching your house,
Yeah.
and
They
the
can
mice
get
can
in.
just get in there. If you're on a golf course, it's part of their regular maintenance that they do rodent trapping on golf course communities.
Right.
And if we don't see any of that evidence of that, we're going to say, hey, you might want to get your own pest management maintenance going on here because you don't want to have rats in your attic.
No, you don't. You
No.
don't want to have rats
great.
anywhere.
No.
Oh, yuck.
Yep, neither.
Anyway, we're going to step away, take a short break. We come back, we're going to have a lot more with our special guest, Master Home Inspector Larry Perna. Elaine and I will be right back after this.
Looking to buy or sell a home in the Las Vegas area? Elaine Hansen with Realty One Group. Born and raised right here, with over 28 years of full-time, full-service experience. Call today and make your next move with confidence.
Oh. Hey, did you find the manual?
Yes, of course I found it. No, I need that.
Summon Dale!
Who's Dale?
A real human.
I'm Dale. American Home Show now provides video chat with live repair experts for home fixes over the phone. Let's go fix that oven.
Okay, Dale.
I need my phone back. Fix it over video chat with American Home Shield.
Lawyers Title of Nevada, rooted in Las Vegas nearly 40 years, serving Southern Nevada with unmatched local knowledge and dedication. With the backing of the nation's largest title insurance company, our experienced staff is your powerhouse team, committed to seamless closings, clear communication, and concierge-level service. Because to us, it's never just a transaction. At Lawyers Title, personal experience matters.
All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm sorry,
You're
partner.
good, you're good.
Elaine and I are back with our special guest, Larry Perna, talking about home inspections, something that you need to be aware of because when all of you move here to Southern Nevada and buying homes, you're going to need one.
Definitely.
And Larry's the guy to call. We'll give you the information at the end of the show, but take it away, partner.
So, Larry, over the years, solar's crept in because we are in the deserts. What are some of the things you see or you look for when you're doing a home inspection at a house that already has solar?
The number one thing we look for is there any protection from pigeons?
Yeah.
Because the pigeons will hide under there and then they'll start nesting and roosting and they make a terrible mess, and the guano that they leave is not healthy, and then you have other things going on.
So if they haven't been properly, what do they use, like a
They
wire?
use a bird stop mesh is what
Okay.
they use. So yeah, wire mesh, and they surround the perimeter of the panels so that the birds can't get in there. That's the primary thing that we see. We actually offer solar inspections as an auxiliary service.
Oh, nice.
So we partnered up with a solar company, and we take all the photographs and write down the model number of the inverters and all the different components, and we provide that to the, and they can dial into that person's house and get the performance stats on that solar. We can do a visual, how many panels are broken or loose, flopping around on the roof, but the solar partner that we have can tell you the exact performance. And they also dig into, if it's on a lease, the details of the lease.
Oh, and that's part of the inspection process you go through that you.
Our part is the physical
Yeah.
functioning and the components, and his part is the performance and
Yeah.
the lease if there is one.
So buyers would really want to look for if there is already solar there or being put on. They want to make sure that it's very secured so that nothing can, rodents, pigeons, whatever, can't get underneath. That's
right.
a kind of a key aspect. Okay.
Are there any aspects of a home that you cannot inspect for any reason?
Well, we can't look underground. We don't have X-ray vision yet. Maybe with AI we'll develop that. But so certain things are excluded from home inspection. Underground things, usually like the low voltage parts of the house. So the Malibu lights, the garden lights.
Right.
Right. If there's a built-in stereo system into the patio, audio-visual accessories. Another thing is elevators. We do a lot of luxury homes. Elevators are state regulated. You have to have a state elevator company basically to inspect the elevators. It's often neglected. They don't get them done. We always recommend that they get an annual one done. But other than that, it's pretty much fair game, all the parts and pieces of a house.
I know on our end, as far as if we have a listing, we usually instruct our sellers, move boxes away, things away, because you actually can't
Good
move things
advice.
out of the way,
That's
right?
right.
Like
That's
you
right.
can't dig into the walls to kind of see what the electrical looks like, and you can't
You
even
said
move a
you're
box.
not allowed to move furniture, or you don't move furniture.
Right, so we can't move furniture out of the way, and sometimes we'll see a wall full of banker's boxes. Oh, we want to look behind those,
Yeah.
because it could be a concealed defect.
Sure.
So we'll get the flashlight and we'll press our eyeball against the wall and try to look in there as best we can, but we're not going to move 30 banker's
Yeah.
boxes.
Yeah.
We will take the electrical panels off to look inside theirs, but sometimes they're blocked or they're even locked with a lock. And so we ask that the sellers just make sure everything's accessible. We don't want to have to come back.
Yeah. Keep
Make
the
sure
boxes away from the water heater.
Make
Move
sure the
them
pool is
aside.
full all the way so
Yeah.
that the pool pump is functioning. Make sure the utilities are on. I can't tell you how many times
That's a
we
big
run
one.
into that. We show up to a house and there's no power or there's no water or the gas is turned off. Well, this just delays everybody.
It does, and
You
a lot
have
of
what,
times we've been
7
told that they're on. Yeah,
Right,
everything's on.
7 to
and
10 days you get, right, or something like that. So yeah, that we when the girls are booking the appointments, they specifically ask, are the utilities on? Can you verify it with the listing side, please? Because it will save everybody a lot of time.
Yeah.
Keep those utilities on.
how do you and your team, I know you have quite a few inspectors under you, how do you approach each inspection when you go to it?
Well, I trained every one of my inspectors. So we have 14 employees. When I started, it was just me. And then I trained a guy and I took him on 200 inspections with me. That
Wow.
sounds like a lot, but it took that long before I felt good enough to let him go. And part of the training is repetition, but part of it is like, you need to inspect this house like it's your parents moving in here, right? You don't want them to be blindsided by something that's pre-existing. Now, things are going to happen 6 months, 8 months, a year after they move in. That happens to everybody's house. But right now, we're taking a snapshot of today. I want to list everything that's a deficiency in this house, just as if a family member were moving in here. So take the time and be careful.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's key.
advice.
One of the things I do also is instruct my buyers. We usually ask them to come towards the end of the inspection because we don't want any distraction. We don't want them asking you questions while you're in the midst of an inspection because it can throw your
can be
timing
distracting.
off it.
You're
So
right.
we prefer to come towards the end and then let you go through everything.
That's perfect,
on
yeah,
it.
because we'll take as much time as they need and debrief
Yeah.
them and walk them through everything. But we've had situations where the inspector's walking down the hallway with a ladder and a little kid comes running around the corner,
Yeah, yeah.
and the buyers are there with their 5 kids and their aunt and their uncle, right, and their
Yeah.
best friend, and there's so many people there, it's really hard to keep on track. So
And we
that-
want them to be there like on other times, but I agree, we need to keep them out of your way because we
Yeah.
want to keep you focused.
That is a
You
best
wanna
practice.
Know how it.
Yeah.
We want to know everything about the house that needs to be known.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Larry, do you always start at the same place when you do inspections?
Yeah, first thing, we roll up to the house, we want to get a nice cover picture of that house.
Okay.
And typically the next thing we do is look at the water meter,
Okay.
because we want to see if that sucker is spinning, right? Is it spinning like crazy? Because water is so expensive here.
Yeah.
So we want to document, in fact, we video it. We video the water meter, and if it is spinning, we'll check the house to make sure it's not the pool fill or the sprinklers that are on, and then we'll come back a little later and check it again. But typically, if there's a toilet running in the house, that can cost you $50 to $100 a month if there's
Wow.
just one little running toilet,
Yeah.
right, or a drippy faucet somewhere.
That's big. Wow, I didn't realize
So,
that's that much.
and it happens. I mean, it's happened to me on my properties. It happened to my daughter on her property a couple of years after she lived there. The meter just was constantly spinning. It was an underground leak. You know, it was a pipe that was leaking, and she had to have the pipe
Yeah.
replaced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So we want to make sure when they buy it, it's not that way.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Or it gets repaired before. Yeah.
Or right, it could be the seller's
It
responsibility,
could
right?
be. Exactly.
Elaine, when you're talking to your clients, do they most of the time ask you what you think about having a home inspection? They go,
Oh.
do I really need one, Elaine, or what? What do
They-
you recommend?
They don't always get to that point because I'm always recommending on every house, even a new home, I say you need to get a home inspection. And sometimes they're like, but it's brand new. But
We get that
builders
call,
miss
too.
things.
Yeah. We get that
Builders
call.
can miss
Yeah.
things, and it's just human nature. So I say yes, always a home inspection.
Yeah.
We get the call from buyers of new homes like, hey, I'm buying a KB home or a Toll Brothers or a Lennar. Do I really need a home inspection? And I tell this to everybody actually. The home builders here really do a good job. They really do. The new home builders. I'm very impressed. Now that said, we've never done a new home that didn't have something wrong with it, right? So we're like the beta testers. We'll go in and turn things, we'll turn things on, we'll turn things off, and then whatever's not perfect, we tell them. And the beautiful thing is, if they do it before they close on the house, the builders are on top of it. They'll fix it like that, like instantly. Sometimes before we leave, it's fixed.
Really?
They sometimes have a team right there.
I've seen it. I was in a home inspection, and the GFCI with the button in it, click, it wouldn't reset. And the foreman was right there watching me do it, and he's like, oh, he got on his radio, and he said, George, where are you? Oh, you're lot 54. Come across the street. I need you to fix it. Like, it was an instant. Wow. He had it fixed before I left.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, of course, I put it in the report, but I also put in there that, hey, after an hour, it was fixed. And here, right?
Yeah, that's great.
That's great. That's great. All right, stay with us. We're going to take another short break. When we come back, we're going to finish up with the show. More Southern Nevada Living coming at you right after this.
Looking to buy or sell a home in the Las Vegas area? Elaine Hansen with Realty One Group. Born and raised right here with over 28 years of full-time, full-service experience. Call today and make your next move with confidence.
Mama, look. It's just like our new house.
Warranty! I hope you have an American Home Shield warranty. Leaky toilet? Fixed. Clogged AC coils? Fixed. Oven beyond repair? Ta-da! If AHS can't fix your covered item, they'll replace it, no matter its age.
A warranty is smart.
Oh, a happy family.
Is that us?
Too much. American Home Shield. Don't worry, be warranty.
Lawyers Title of Nevada. Rooted in Las Vegas nearly 40 years. Serving Southern Nevada with unmatched local knowledge and dedication. With the backing of the nation's largest title insurance company, our experienced staff is your powerhouse team, committed to seamless closings, clear communication, and concierge-level service. Because to us, it's never just a transaction. At Lawyers Title, personal experience matters.
All right, welcome back to more of Southern Nevada Living. I'm Dennis Silvers, along with my great co-host, Elaine Hansen. We have our special guest, Master Home Inspector, Larry Perna. Larry, you've done multitudinous inspections. How about with any celebrities? We have a lot of celebrities here.
We have a lot of celebrities.
And they all live in houses.
I know. Some of them live in high-rise houses even.
Okay.
So we've done every tower in town and some of the penthouses. And I think one of the most recent cool ones that we did was for Celine Dion out at the lakes. She has a beautiful home out there.
Yeah.
She was super nice to my staff. She was singing along with one of my inspectors.
How fun.
And yeah, just it was really, really pleasant. I did a cool house I did was for the magician Lance Burton.
Yeah.
Out in Henderson. He's got a home. Anyone that lives here knows where that home is.
Up on the hill.
It's beautiful. And it was cool because there was like secret passageways and hidden doors that would, slide open, and then a staircase up to a library that you couldn't get to unless you knew exactly how to get to it. So that was cool. You could see he put a lot of thought into that house.
Yeah.
I did another magician, a Met Penn teller. He was, 7 feet tall practically. He's quite a character.
Big guy.
And he bought a house up at the Ridges. It was a beautiful house. He was super nice. So we did a couple houses for Terry Fader and many of the Las Vegas Golden Knights and Raiders. We did Brock Bowers' house before we knew how great he was going to be last season. He's a great tight end for the Raiders. And it's fun, but really we're agnostic. We do the double wide mobile home on Boulder Highway, and we do the palaces in the TPC golf courses. And my guys don't care one bit or another. I think the only preference they would have is rather than doing two small houses, they would prefer to do one big house.
Yeah.
Right, because you don't have to drive to two different houses.
Right.
And
When you do have a larger house, do you usually have multiple inspectors on it?
if it's really big, we did
Yeah.
one that was 20,000 square feet, and I brought 4 of my guys
Yeah,
because it
that's
it had 4 pools and fountains.
wow.
And in fact, I hired a pool contractor, a guy who specifically, I said, I'm going to do this house, and I've only seen it on the internet, so I haven't been there. It's got 4 pools, and so he came with me, and
Okay.
he because we know pools really well, but he knows them even better.
Yeah.
The same thing, if I get a really huge house or a commercial building, I'll hire an electrician if I need it. Like we did the Harley Davidson Cafe on Las Vegas Boulevard. It's a really big place and has 2 commercial restaurants. Well, one of my guys was a former chef, turned home inspector, so he knows all the kitchen equipment. And so I'm like, okay, this is your area. You do that. We'll do the roof. We'll do the AC. I had another guy who was an HVAC technician. So everyone has their specialty on a big project like that. We divide and conquer the house that way.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it would take you 2 or 3 days to do a giant property
Yeah.
like that.
Some of those are massive. And I know that I've seen some pretty scary things. What's some of the scariest things you've seen when you've walked into an inspection?
Years ago, when we had a lot of repo houses, it was squatters, right? So we don't have squatters anymore, it seems like. That's great. But like when you're opening a door and then you hear people in the house that are not supposed to be there, that's a little scary. And or if you hear the back door slam as you're walking in the front door, you're like, okay, what's going on
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
So you quickly call the listing agent and let them know that the house is not secure, and they'll ask you, like, is anything missing? So that's one thing. Critters are another thing. Sometimes houses have crawl spaces and we have to go underneath, and we've run into a rattlesnake before, and
That would scare
feral
me.
cats. They're not so scary, but they make a loud noise and they want to get you out of there. My son was inspecting a house last week and ran into a tarantula in a bathtub. So he didn't know if it was a pet or what it was, right? So,
It could
but there
have
was
been,
a vacant house. Some
Oh,
people,
it was vacant. Okay.
yeah, some people keep tarantulas, but we're like, why is this? But maybe it crawled in there. We don't, tarantulas are very, very rare here.
Yeah.
So that's why we thought maybe it was a pet.
I'm born and raised, and I don't think I ever saw one in nature.
Yeah, it's super
Scorpions,
rare.
yes, but not.
Scorpions, yeah. You can have scorpions. You just get a pest control guy and usually keep
Yeah,
it under
exactly.
control. But other than that, we're blessed. We don't have a ton of mosquitoes. We don't have a ton of flies.
Thank goodness.
There's not other predator type animals really.
Yeah.
Once in a blue moon, you'll hear about coyotes or something like that, but not unless you're up in the mountains.
Yeah, we're fortunate here being dry. We don't really have to worry about mold as much unless there's something leaking,
Right.
And the same with critter-wise. I mean, really, having a pest person each month really helps keep your house
That's what I
great.
do.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's just part of the maintenance, routine maintenance of a house, just if you want to keep the ants. I mean, mostly it's ants. We don't really have cockroaches so much.
Yeah.
But it's mostly ants. And you could have scorpions, but you just spray for them and you don't see them.
Yeah.
Keep them at bay. Keep them at bay.
Fortunately.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I know that there are some more beautiful tropical places to live, but now you have snakes and
You got-
lots of bugs.
Yeah.
And I'm originally from the East Coast, and I know
Yes.
Yeah.
every porch you had was full of screens. You had to have screens, or else you're going to be, swatting at stuff.
Yeah.
What do you think makes you stand out as a home inspector?
Well, I guess we're very well known. We try to do all the services that are available. So when I first started, people would ask me, well, can you do this and can you do that? So we added to our resume of things that we could do. We do radon testing. We do mold testing. We have infrared cameras. We're trained to use those. We have licensed drone pilots, right? The FAA actually wants people to become licensed to use drones.
Yeah.
And so, 5 or 6 of my guys just have their license to do that. And so we try to fill whatever need there is within our scope of work. And if you can fill all of those needs, and you can do commercial shopping centers and mobile homes, and you can go to Pahrump or Mesquite or anywhere in Southern Nevada, wow, why call anybody else?
Exactly.
Do you do commercial as well as residential?
I do. In fact, when you said master home inspector, I can do any size property. I could inspect the Bellagio.
All right, I think we are out of time. Larry, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Great
I appreciate you being here.
information.
Great information.
Remember, folks, when you get here, you're buying a home, 722-2222. I love that number. It's easy to remember. And thanks for watching, and we will see you back next time. So long.
Bye, everybody.